This is problem 4.1 on page 198 in your textbook, and it starts out with this information about the end of the period. It has a trial balance, has the unadjusted trial balance, so this is a listing of all the accounts and the balances from the general ledger. Then we have certain adjustments that have been made to accrue and defer different expenses, and we have an adjusted trial balance. So you might want to look at your textbook, page 198, and follow along with this. We can see that the unadjusted trial balance, it is in balance with a debits equaling the credits of $875,000. Our adjusting entries, both debits and credits, are $17,330 each, and the adjusted trial balance has an equal balance, debits and credits, of $887,000. What we've done is we've taken the balance for accounts receivable, for instance, of $38,900. We've posted journal entry A, which we'll look at in a moment, of $4,400. We add the two debits together to find a larger debit in the adjusted trial balance, and so that's how we get the $43,300. We continue doing that with all of the accounts. The first thing that it's asking me to do is to prepare an income statement for the year ended July 31st. So I'm going to look at the income statement accounts, and that starts with fees earned. Remember, dividends are not part of the income statement. Fees earned are rent revenue, salary expenses, all the different expenses are going to be added or included in this. So I'm going to start with my fees earned, and the amount that I'm going to plug in there from that trial balance, I'll show you, is $368,100. The next thing I'm going to include from that trial balance is the rent revenue. So I'm just bringing the items down from the adjusted trial balance. The rent revenue is $1,000. My total revenues, I'm going to add those together, and that's going to be $369,100. Next, I'm going to include my expenses, and the first expense that was listed, I'm just going to keep listing each one of these items. The first one listed is salaries and wages expense. And the salaries and wages expense is $164,900. The next item listed is advertising expense. So I'll select that. Advertising expense is $21,700. The next item listed is utilities expense, so I'll grab that title, and utilities expense is $11,400. The next item listed is repairs expense, so we can grab that amount or that title, and the dollar amount is $88.50. Then we have the next item is depreciation expense equipment, so we'll grab that. So all I'm doing is grabbing each line item from that trial balance up there and bringing it down to prepare my income statement. So I'll continue doing that, and that's $4,200. Then we have insurance expense. The amount for insurance expense is $2,500. Supplies expense, $1,830. Depreciation expense building is $1,600. The final item is miscellaneous expense, and that is $43.20. Next thing I need to do is add up all of these expense items, and pause this. So I'm going to add these expense items together. Sorry for the delay. Can't get it to stop recording. I don't know what's going on here. Bless you. Anyone have a total on that? Looks like 221,300. So then I can come up with my expenses are less than my revenues, so I'm going to have a net income. And the net income would be the difference of these two numbers. So I take the 369,100 minus 221,300. And that would be 147,800. And so we've now completed the income statement for this question. Anybody have any questions on that?